Introduced in 2013 were recommended charts. Recommended charts allows you to take some data and be offered a number of recommendations for a new chart. So there are a couple of ways of accessing the recommended charts option. First is to highlight the data we would like to chart. Up pops the quick analysis icon. We can give that a click and we have an option to access formatting, charts, totals, tables, sparklines, where we want charts. And then we can hover over the recommended charts here to see what kind of chart we will get. So that's a clustered column. And you can see there, it actually tries to graph the total as a line for each of the values as a column. Clustered bar also includes the totals, clustered column, stacked bar, clustered column. Now our chart really has been thrown out by those totals. Let's just go back in and re-highlight everything, including the labels, except the total column. Click our quick analysis option, come back to charts, and then hover over each of the recommended chart types. And you'll see that now, without the totals in place, the chart isn't so skewed. Stacked bars, clustered column, different color style. And then there is even more charts, which will take us into a further dialog box. So these are the recommended ones. Once I find one that I quite like, perhaps that one, I can choose that and I'll get my chart, which I can then move around and customize further using the chart customization options. If I don't want it anymore, let's delete. Now, another way of accessing the recommended charts is to go to the insert ribbon, choose the recommended charts, and we'll get a separate dialog box. Now you can see that these charts are the same ones that appeared in the quick analysis option. So there's no different, you're still getting recommended the same chart types. If none of the recommendations work for you, you can then go into all charts. Effectively, even in here, you're getting a preview of the chart type. So stacked column, 3D clustered, 3D stacked, 3D 100% stacked, 3D column. You can see you can hover for it to zoom even further in. Or you can choose a line. Again, go through each of the options, a pie, go through each of the options. Bar, area, XY, stock, surface, radar, and combo. Not all of these, like radar and surface, stock, would make sense with all data types. But certainly column, line, pie, and bar work well with any amount of data really. The recommended ones are here, and these are just quick charts. Quick and easy, I'll have that one, thank you. And off we go. Just delete that. Now there is an option to get the chart even faster than the recommended chart way. And that is still to highlight your data, including the titles. And then we can use a keyboard shortcut of F11. Ta-da! And you get a chart. It's the default chart type. In this case, it's a column chart. It's also placed in its own sheet, but you could move it if you wanted it as a small chart in, for example, your January sheet, but it's the fastest way of getting a chart in Excel, and that's F11. If you remember no other keyboard shortcuts from the whole of this title, then please go away with F11. It's a fast way of getting charts. If you don't highlight anything and attempt an F11, then Excel will guesstimate where the data is coming from. Now you'll see that it's, in this case, introduced the total in because it's guesstimated that your whole data is actually this whole table. It's not always a good idea not to highlight, but if you don't, it will still manage to create a chart. Even if you attempted to chart on a blank cell, F11, it still attempts to chart a blank cell and you end up with a blank chart. But it's looking at this cell here. Any of these can then be deleted. Delete, delete, and you just retain the one that you want. That's recommended charts, which will give you a choice of charts to choose from, or the keyboard shortcut F11 for the quickest chart you could ever wish to create.